recording. All right, you're going to click on this button down here. You're going to type 3dsMax. Make sure that you click on the English version. This is going to take a minute to load up. Then this window is going to pop up. Eventually this will disappear. And when this splash window pops up here, if it ever does, you're going to just click this X, get out of this window here, and now we have 4 views. So here are the shapes that we're going to work with. So I want you to create a box, so click on that, and you're going to use your left mouse button, and you're going to click and drag the base of a box, and then you're going to let go of your mouse and then drag up, and then click again. And then you're going to press F4 to turn on and off the edge faces here. We want them on, so you press F4, and now what we're looking at is over here, and this is the left view, this is the top view, this is the front view. So what we're going to do is right-click, convert this into Editable Poly, and now we have vertices, we have edge mode, we have border mode, polygon mode, and element mode. So if you press W, you can move this thing around, move it on the X-axis, click on the yellow arrow, the green arrow to the Y-axis, the blue arrow, the Z-axis, up and down. You can also use rotate to spin it on the Z-axis, spin it on the X-axis, rotate it on the Y-axis. Okay, and you can zoom in and out with the mouse wheel, roll it in and out. And if you hold Alt and the mouse wheel button down, press the mouse wheel button down and hold Alt, we can orbit around. If you just press the mouse wheel button down, we can pan left to right like so. So what we're going to do is go into this mode right here, which is polygon. We're going to click on it. I'm going to click this polygon here, and I'm going to hit the settings box next to the word extrude, the little box to the right of the word extrude. We can raise this up and down. We're going to click check mark there. And I'm going to use the scale tool. If you hold the scale button down like this with your mouse, you will see that you have 3 scale options. This button right here, we're going to use this scale, and we're going to click in the middle and drag down, drag up. I want you to drag it down so it looks like the end of a pencil. Now rotate to the end of the this polygon here, Alt, and press the mouse wheel button down. You're going to click on this polygon here. I'm going to orbit back down, Alt and the mouse wheel. I'm going to press W for the move tool, or you can click on this button right here. We're just going to drag down. I'm going to click on the top polygon here. I'm going to drag it up. I'm going to choose the scale tool, which is R, or you can click on this button right here. I'm going to drag this down. Now I'm going to hit the settings box next to the word extrude. I'm going to change this number. You can click on it and drag it down to about 5-ish, doesn't matter. And there we go. So we're going to make a pencil. So we're going to click on this box right here, change it to yellow, click on current color, change it to a bright yellow, click OK. The whole thing turns yellow. And now press 4 to get out of polygon. So now we're going to make an apple. So I'm going to click on the plus sign. I'm going to go to the sphere. I'm going to click and drag a sphere, so I'm going to zoom in, roll the mouse wheel. I'm going to drag a sphere. I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to convert to Editable Poly. I'm going to go into vertex mode. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to click on this top vertice. Okay, now I'm going to click on soft selection here. I'm going to click on use soft selection. If you go to these arrows on fall off, you click the mouse button, you drag down, you drag up, it increases this color here, the spectrum of hot to cold. So the closer the color is to blue, it will not be affected by what we do to the selected polygon at the top. The closer the color is to red, the more it's going to be affected. Without soft selection on, if I choose this top polygon here and I activate move or press W and move this vertice up, it's only going to move this vertice and the connected polygons and the edges. So if I press Control Z, I turn on soft selection. Now when I move this up, it's going to affect everything in terms of it's going to affect all these polygons. The closer they get to red, it's going to affect those more than the ones that are closer to blue or cold. So as I move this up, you will see that the colors that are closer to blue won't really move. They'll sort of move. Okay, so we're going to make an apple with this. So I'm going to click on a set of a vertice over here. I'm going to decrease the fall off so the blue sort of circles around the edge like that. And I'm just going to drag this up. Do the same thing on this side. Just click a vertice, drag this sort of out. I'm going to do the same on this side. And do the same over here on this side. And I'm going to do the same on the bottom. So I'm going to click this polygon here, or this vertice here. I'm going to drag up a little bit. I'm going to select the vertice on the side, and then one over here. I'm going to, while holding Control. So let's just say I'm going to click on one vertice. I'm going to orbit around, Alt in the mouse wheel. I'm going to hold Control, and I'm going to click on another vertice, and I'm just going to drag down. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to click on a vertice. I'm going to orbit around, Alt and the mouse key, or the mouse button. I'm going to hold Control, I'm going to click on another vertice, and I'm going to drag down. So we've made what is starting to look like an apple. Now I'm going to get a side view here in this view. I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to click and drag this row of vertices in the middle. I'm going to turn the fall off down a little bit. I'm going to press R for scale, making sure that I have this scale with a white box on it, and I'm going to drag up a little bit from the middle of that gizmo, and I'm going to stop. I'm going to check use soft selection. I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to get out of vertice mode. I'm going to make this red. And now I'm going to make a banana. So we made a pencil, we made an apple, and we're going to make a banana. So I'm going to go to the plus sign. I'm going to create a box, drag it up about like this, and I'm going to click on the Modify tab to the right of the plus sign. I'm going to change the length segments, the width segments, and the height segments. First, the length segments to 2, the width segments to 2, and the height segments to 6. I'm going to right-click, convert this into an editable poly. I'm going to select the top vertice. I'm going to turn on soft selection. I'm going to increase the fall off so that the blue section is in the middle. So I'm going to click on these arrows and drag up. Now the blue section is in the middle. Now I'm going to go into the middle of the move gizmo. You can use your mouse and click on the scale tool here. Choose the very first one. I open this box by just holding my mouse button down. The options pop up. I select this scale right here, and I click in the middle of this gizmo, and I drag down like that. Now I'm going to press Move or W tool, and I'm going to drag up a little bit. Okay, so now we've got the top of a banana. I'm going to select this vertice here, and I'm going to select this vertice here while holding Control. I'm going to press R or choose this button right here for scale, and I'm going to drag these apart. Now, I'm going to turn off soft selection. I'm going to scroll up. I'm going to check vertice, get out of this. I'm going to click on the modifier list. I'm going to type SY for symmetry. Press Enter. I'm going to change the color to yellow. Add custom color. I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to click on the modifier list. I'm going to type BE for bend. I'm going to press Enter. And now I'm going to just take the angle and increase it like this. Click on the arrows and drag up. Now I am going to open up the bend modifier. I'm going to click on the gizmo. I'm going to press W for the move tool, and I'm going to drag up a little bit. I'm going to press R, and I'm going to drag that scale from the middle. Now I'm going to click on the modifier list, press TU, add a turbo smooth right here. And now we've got a banana. I'm going to right click on this object, convert it into an editable poly, and I'm going to stop there.